to the backyard.
It's dirt. It's nothing but dirt.
We'll help man-made steel and Mother Nature find some common ground. Next on Landscape Smart. Out. This is an orange and a row of apples. This high-tech modular home belongs to Paul and Sarah. Pre-made, 3 pieces, up in one day. That's cool and as easy as a breeze. The hard part is getting the backyard to match up.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
I'm Paul.
We're both architects. We met each other in school in Bozeman, Montana. One of the things about the neighborhood that we live in is that there's a big mix of residential homes and industrial buildings.
You can almost see our house now.
This house is a hive home. It's a prefab home. It was built in a factory, delivered on site.
It's a great compromise between our two different styles of building. Mine being more eclectic and industrial. Yours being a
little bit more minimalist.
I am allowed to put 1 or 2 items on the table for decoration.
Only 1 or 2. Our backyard right now is pretty much a train wreck. It's just a big dust bowl. Basically, we need some help.
So dueling architects, correct? You're the clean lines guy? You're the...
A little more natural.
Okay.
Flowing.
So you want to see that kind of thing in the backyard, I take it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And Paul, what about you? I mean, to make this work, tricky house. You know.
It is, yeah. I mean, obviously we have to deal with what's here. So I think if we can blend the two, I think that's where we need to be.
Okay, well, I've got a designer who's really good with blending things.
Great.
Matt Olson.
Well, what are you guys thinking? What do you want to achieve back here?
Well, I think a big part of it is we don't want it to feel like a parking lot back here.
Anywhere we can, I would like to have something growing.
It looks like there's some space over here for more, I don't know, something soft, grass, maybe a small garden.
Garden would be nice. We need something soft. We need something to soften the edges.
You know, I like how it feels really open back here, but it seems like you need some privacy too.
It would be nice to contain this
Right.
space, as long as it keeps with the character of the house and the garage.
I mean, the house, very modern, very sleek. I take it you've come up with sort of a modern game plan.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's kind of a reaction to this aesthetic. It's some stuff that you always maybe wanted to do in the back of your head, and you knew this was the time to haul it out. So here's the plan. The driveway, 4x4 pads with sod in between. These are 2x2.
Okay.
These will be set in pea gravel.
Cool.
So it'll retain some gentle feel to it. Here's the fence. Are you guys familiar with gabion?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Wire mesh filled with rock. This whole fence is going to be gabion. It'll definitely lend a sense of enclosure, but it'll also feel kind of open, I think. Kind of similar on this side. It's going to be a steel mesh fence, only it's going to be covered in ivy.
Oh, nice.
Right here, we've got a channel of tall grass. It's going to be almost like a wall of its own. That occurs again over here against the house, and then back here. So Sarah, I really thought you were right, and I thought there had to be, like, you know, obviously a big soft spot in the yard, and this is that. I mean, this is just going to be simple grass, like a lawn. And so that's it. I don't know. What do you guys think of this?
I really like the way you've sort of created a division between our driveway, which is hardscaped, and our patio, which is also hardscaped, but on a more human scale. I think that will be pretty nice.
Yeah, I think it is about scales.
Love it.
Awesome.
Let's get started.
Thanks.
Yeah, let's get to work.
One good thing about Paul and Sarah's yard, there's not much to tear out. Once this old fence is gone,
That's what they
Use
make
it.
machines for.
we're ready to pump some iron.
So here's the fence materials. This will be the gabion mesh, huh?
Right on.
The I-beams?
It looks perfect.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really cool. Just kind of picture it like filled with rock. So these will be the fence posts. You know, normally you'd think of like a fence post as like a, you know, a big stake of wood, but these are actually like steel I-beams, you know? First we got to dig the post holes though.
Let's get it on it.
Let's do it.
We're good to go.
And the cool thing about the auger is it just kind of keeps screwing downward, you know? Sarah and I raced against the Bobcat auger and won.
Just give me the process of how you build this gabion fence.
Well, one thing about a gabion fence is that it's really heavy. So it's made out of steel beams,
Yeah.
4-inch steel beams, and big sheets of steel mesh that are 2x2. Wow, look at that. So the fence is done.
I feel like we're building a Golden Gate Bridge or
skyscraper,
something.
yeah. I mean, this is like
unbelievable.
yeah.
Now, where do you get these? Just salvage yards?
I think
or-
you can get them at any kind of steel yard.
okay.
This is a 4-inch I-beam. You know, it's a part of construction.
And basically installing it pretty much the same way you would do just a regular fence, right? With wood posts?
Yeah,
Same idea?
it's pretty similar. I think because of the weight, you go down a little deeper, use a little more concrete. You have to be a little bit more worried about the support.
Cement in the hoe.
While the crew sets the remaining fence posts, Matt oversees the new arrivals.
We're gonna just boom the supplies in here. Cool thing about sand in a bag like this is that deliveries are really expensive, and this way you can fit a few different smaller items on the same load. It's perfect. I don't know if you heard him, he just said, "You're the man" to me. So this is crushed limestone, and this is gonna be the base for both the driveway and all the 2x2 patio squares. So this is the nice rock for inside the fence. It's really got a nice color to it. I think it's gonna be beautiful.
But the rocks will have to wait. We've got some grading to do. And some gravel to lay down.
So now the grading's done. The base is going in.
Which is fantastic.
It totally is. I think we might even be a little bit ahead of schedule. No, right on.
Stop that right there.
Right on schedule. We're right on schedule.
Coming up, the schedule goes right out the window.
This is chaos.
This is chaos.
And sparks fly on the Gabion fence. Just ahead on Landscape Smart.
This program brought to you by Zyrtec. Talk
Yard is graded, the gravel is leveled, and it's time to make a driveway. First step, get the grid laid out before the concrete truck arrives.
This is a form.
Okay.
This is for the concrete squares, the
Sure.
big 4x4 pads that we're going to use in the driveway space. And then inside of it, just for added support, since you are going to be driving on it, and it's not just a paver either, is the rebar crosshatching. So this was Randy, and he's from the concrete company.
Yes.
The concrete is here, and so now the games begin. So the chute is back. We're going to fill up barrels. We're going to run them out to the end. The concrete guys are oiling the forms so that they'll come out easier. The concrete doesn't bond to the wood. In the hot sun, it's got to happen fast.
So I understand there's fly ash in this concrete.
Yes, there's actually 25% fly ash in this concrete. What that means is that the total amount of cement in here, we took 25% out and substituted fly ash instead. Basically what it is a recycled material from power plants.
Okay.
It's a little bit more cost effective in that sense. It is a little bit lighter in color than regular cement, but as far as the finishers, they won't be able to tell.
Well, I'm really glad to be using at least a little bit of a material that's been recycled. I think I got this pretty level, but they say you gotta jump in and make sure the corners are filled. Do a little dance. No, I am not dancing in the concrete.
So we're just popping off the frames on the cement because they're good to go, right?
Yep.
They were just there for structure and support, and we don't need them anymore, and they come off amazingly easy. One down, how many to go? 50?
23.
Okay. This is fine. So now that the design is like coming to life, is it still working for you?
It's working better than I had imagined it would.
Really?
Well, I felt like it was gonna feel really small, like that the driveway was gonna overpower everything else. And now that it's in, it's gonna be a nice backyard.
There. So we're making another patio
Yeah, we're gonna get some
with
more.
even more cement.
Yeah, more squares.
And the goal, design-wise, is to do what?
Well, we're mirroring the squares that are on the driveway. We're also gonna put a few over there. It's just a simple, inexpensive solution for it becomes a walkway, patio. Between these squares is gonna be pea gravel, just little pebbles, and in between the driveway is gonna be sod.
Why not just make it all one material? Why do you guys like
Well,
it?
we wanted to kind of mix up hardscape and softscape.
Where you want it, right here?
Right here. Gently
Coming down.
glide that.
Right about there.
Yeah, now we'll just align it visually this way.
Nice straight edge, I would imagine.
Yeah. It looks pretty good to me.
With the driveway and patio in place, The hardscape is squaring up nicely. Next, we turn our attention to the softscape.
Let's take a look.
All right, your plan, your architecture is ours.
There we go.
Wow, the grass is
Pretty.
tall.
Ooh, yeah.
I love the fact that it's very linear, but also very natural and free.
What do we got there?
This is silver feather maiden grass. Wow. This is Carl Forrester grass. Pink pewter lamium. It's a ground cover. Each one of these little nodes will spread 18 to 24 inches. This is a great tree.
What is it?
It's a crabapple.
Bring a little vertical element to the yard?
It does, and we'll groom it, and slowly prune it over the years, and it'll eventually kind of become a canopy. This is barberry.
This is the barberry, right?
Yeah, this is barberry, and
I love
this,
the red on this.
Yeah, I mean this isn't a real friendly plant because it's thorny.
Chop at the thorn.
This is bee balm. This is for the butterfly
Oh,
garden.
those are weeds.
Remind me where this is going.
I ordered these for myself on your tab.
I hope that's okay.
Now these are also something that attracts butterflies.
Oh, butterfly garden.
Tell me about this this butterfly garden. Was that your idea? Was that Matt's?
I wanted my landscape to attract life, whether it's birds or bees or butterflies. So I think Matt really picked up on that, and he came back with an idea for a little butterfly garden.
This is Engelmann ivy.
This is the ivy.
Yeah, and this is a great kind of ivy. This is a relative of Virginia creeper, which actually
It's
is
horrible.
The whole idea is to soften it up a little
Totally.
bit. Yeah.
Yep.
So what was what did you say was the bad? The Virginia creeper's bad?
Virginia creeper's terrible.
Engelmann
yeah.
ivy is what we wanted?
It's like a cousin.
How come
yeah.
this says it's Virginia creeper?
Because it's a cousin.
Don't read that. Give me this. Now.
Nope, no camp.
Plants will have to wait because the gabion fence is heating up.
All right.
Where do you want this bud?
Let's rate about there. Sarah, how are you for length?
I'm right in the middle.
Okay.
Is that where we want to be?
That's, I think, right where we want to be. Let's get her done.
So when you weld it, I mean, how does that work? Is it just melt it right into the
Basically, yeah, there's a little bit of filler metal that comes out of the welder, and basically between the filler metal, this metal, and the beam, it all fuses together.
And but you're going to do it yourself. You got all the stuff.
Yeah, oh yeah.
How long have you been welding?
About 5 years.
Is that an architect thing? You can be an architect. You just got to weld.
No.
Is it in your blood?
It is. It's something that I always wanted to learn, and went and took a class.
Paul, do you know not to look at the arc?
I'm right there with you.
Excellent.
All right, it's tacked off.
That was quick. Woo. Feeling the heat.
All right, there we go.
Nice.
One down, many more to go.
Kind of nice that you guys are going to have a little privacy.
It should really help.
Yeah.
The gabion fence is it's a little bit of an unknown for us.
What is it about it that intrigues you enough to want to go for it?
I think the look. I think the look is going to be something is going to be fantastic.
Coming up, steel and stone collide with a crash.
Wow, that is cool.
That's loud.
And a little green goes a long way.
Watch out for the spreading node.
Next on Landscape Smart.
David, you are HGTV?
Paul and Sarah's yard has come a long way from its Dust Bowl days. The driveway and patio are in place, and the gabion fence is ready to rock and roll. Literally.
Our fence is prepped. Nice job.
Thank
Paul.
you.
Looking
Thank
good.
you.
This
And
is
we
amazing.
got rock. These are the rocks that are going in there, right? Are we ready to start dropping?
Let's do it. Grab a handful here.
Should we make a bet, like how many jelly beans are in the jar? How many rocks are it going to take to fill this thing up?
I know, so I have
you
the
do?
answer.
Oh, okay.
If you guys want to bet, I can't cheat.
I'm thinking 1,000.
1,000. All right, let's do it.
1, 2, 3.
Nice.
That's loud.
That is cool.
That's loud.
Nothing like the sound of falling rock. It's not exactly as soothing as a fountain.
No, turns out not so much.
But that's all right. It'll be nice and quiet when we're done.
So, they don't always go exactly where you want them.
Well, I went to school for this, rebar stone management.
And I'm just sort of naturally
Mike's
adept
got
at
a gift
dropping
for
stones
dropping
into-
rock. Still gives him a little thrill, though, you can tell.
It's been a long, arduous first day, but we made serious progress. As day 2 dawns, the home stretch is in sight, and everyone's excited.
Matt, is the reality as nice as the vision?
Yeah, I think that it couldn't have turned out better. It exceeded my expectations.
Awesome. Yeah, it looks great. Now, I guessed yesterday 1,000 rocks. Was I close?
1,967 rocks.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Whoa.
I don't know if you bet. You were talking about betting yesterday.
Yeah, right. I mean, literally a ton of rocks. Or what was it? It was
Probably 4.5 or 5 ton.
4.5. Yeah.
It's a lot of rocks.
Nice to be done.
Yeah.
Pea gravel.
For the paper patio.
Right here.
Yep, stump it anywhere.
So we just slop it around.
Oops, sorry.
Nice little rocks. They're easy to move.
We got these are easy. Easier on the muscles. Starting to look like a patio.
I love the variation in color that the pea gravel adds to this. It has nice red, brown, earthy tones to it, and the texture. They're round and soft. They're very different from the square grid.
Are you sick of hardscape yet?
I'm ready for some sod.
You ready for some
I'm
serious
ready
sod?
for some sod.
All right, let's check it out. Ooh, there it is. Nice, huh?
New lawn.
Sarah's sod. We got dirt. This is the dirt that's going inside, in between the papers, right?
Yep.
And then we'll plant the sod in there.
Sod.
Does it feel like we're almost done?
It's really starting to feel like we're almost done.
I'm seeing the twinkle in your eye. People are almost out of my hair. Nice!
All right, that's probably full enough.
I feel like I'm walking the plank here, you guys. So Matt, we got a ton of sod, bunch of funky cuts.
Bunch of funky cuts.
Is there a smart way to do this?
I think so.
What is it?
Build a template, and it just so happens that this piece of steel is exactly the width in between the pads. So we're just going to use it as a template, set it on the roll, cut it across.
It's like slicing a flank steak.
It is.
All right, let's do it. It's kind of like bacon strips. Planting time, you guys have your game faces on. Look at this crew. Ready to throw down some botanical stuff.
That's right.
Call it out, man. Where are we going?
We're going first with the silver feather maidengrass right along the, I think 5 or 6 of them right
5 or
along the
6?
wall on
Come
the
on,
edge of the garage.
Well, then I'll get that.
What next?
Carl Forster grass right down on the edge
All right.
next to the wall. Right down here next to the patio. 5 or 6 silver feather maidengrass.
Lammy, I'm coming in. Look out, people. Get out of my way. Down there, over here.
Little
Where am I going,
accident.
Mike?
Oh, we have a piper down.
What happened?
I don't know.
She bailed on me and I didn't see it happening. You're going to be all right, babe. Don't worry. We're taking care of you right there.
The barberry is going to be used as a screen against the central air unit right up against the house.
Where's it going?
It's going to go right here, so this is probably good. First, we got to dig the hole, of course.
Okay, but now why'd you pick this spot right here in particular?
Well, you know, it kind of lines up with the grid on the driveway. The spread is about 12 feet at maturity, and so we kind of measured out 6 feet on each side and just kind of felt it out, you know. Seems like this is a good zone.
It'll be right here and a little sea of green around it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're going to sod all the way around it.
Let's plant the jewel.
Let's do it.
All right.
Time to dig. Yep, there we go.
See how that looks?
I think it's a little, there, that's better.
A little better like that.
Yep. It was nice to see them in pots, but it's even nicer to see them going into the dirt.
And now, the finishing touch.
Sod.
Sod.
Sod. Sod.
And sod. Oh, boy.
With its blanket of fresh sod and a nice cool drink of water, this space is finally coming together. Straight ahead, does the backyard stand out as much as Paul and Sarah's hive house does? See for yourself, next on Landscape Smart.
3 different designers.
Nice. You guys happy with your green grid?
Absolutely.
Love it.
Yeah, it turned out pretty. I mean, is it hard to maintain? You look at it and it's so, it looks great.
We just watered it.
Just a ton of water.
Just water, and you know, I think we've cut it twice.
Oh, awesome.
Paul and Sarah's out-of-the-box house required some out-of-the-box thinking when it came to the backyard. First, we created a functional driveway that's also part green space. The square grid pattern mimics the square look of the house. We repeated the grid layout in the patio, which is filled with soft pea gravel. The one-of-a-kind gabion fence balances man-made steel with natural stone and gives the backyard some much-needed privacy.
So, Paul, do you feel like you finally have a fence to kind of match your house?
I think so. With the 2x2 grid, we get that hard geometry, but then with the rock, we get that organic feel. So I think it's a really nice blend.
To soften the hard edges, we added a variety of grasses, shrubs, and ground cover, and even planted a butterfly garden for Sarah.
Sarah, what's working for you in this yard?
You know, for me, I think it's all the different kind of grasses. I really love this tall grass. It's got
stuff's
that
cool.
great natural feel. I kind of feel like I'm on a, you know, next to a pond or something.
Moves with the breeze kind of
Really
thing.
moves. It's got a great sound to it when the wind blows. And then the lawn, as it extends in between the grid of the driveway, is just really, really makes the driveway. It turns it from just a regular old cement
Yeah.
driveway.
Good day when you can have green in your grid. Matt, again, the challenges for this yard for you?
To try and bring the landscape design up to the level of the house design, which is great.
And the two elements that kind of hit the mark for you, would you say?
The fence, which I think turned out awesome, and the driveway, which is somewhere between a driveway and a yard,
Yeah.
you know, which was a goal.
So no more hiding in the high for you guys, huh?
No.
You're all about the outdoor
now
activity?
Now we can hang outside.
You know, I see this grid and it screams to me tic-tac-toe. Any takers?
Gladly.
Challenge.
What do you want to be, X or O?
I'll be O.
O? We're
Pink O?
X's?
Pink
All
O.
right.
You guys are going down.
All right.
I'm Paul Guringelli. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time on Landscape Smart. All right, come on, Matt.